Today, we're going to talk about a grain. But really, it's so much more than that. It's a story that's tied to one very specific place, a unique history, and a flavor that comes directly from the soil it's grown in. This is the story of Mangalwedha Jowar. I want you to think about something for a second. What if a simple flatbread, a bhakri, could hold the secret of an entire land? We're going to dive into what makes the bhakri from this particular jowar so legendary, why it's famously soft, naturally sweet, and so deeply connected to its home.
So let's start with the jowar itself. Locals have this beautiful way of describing it. They call it a pearl, pulled right from the region's deep black earth.
So what are we talking about here exactly? Well, Mangalwedha Jowar, which is also known as Mangalwedha Jowar, is a heritage variety of sorghum. Its grains are, well, they're instantly recognizable. People call them pearly white, bold, and round. And for centuries, these are the grains that have been the secret ingredient behind the region's famous bhakri, a flatbread that's just uniquely soft and has this amazing, distinctly sweet taste.
Okay, so this is really important. You have to know how to spot the real deal. You see, the authentic grain has this gorgeous, uniform, pearly color and a clean, kind of sweet, earthy smell. But the imitations, they're often pale, maybe a little grayish, and can even smell musty. And this isn't just about getting a better product, It's about protecting a legacy.
Now, that incredible taste, it doesn't just happen by accident. Oh no, it is born from one very specific place on Earth, creating what the people there call the land of sweetness.
And this is that place. Take a look, the Mangalwedha Taluka. It's a small region in Maharashtra's Solapur district, and this is it. This is the one and only home of authentic Mangalwedha Jowar. You just can't grow it like this anywhere else in the world. So what is it? What's the magic here? Well, it really comes down to the terroir, a word you might have heard with wine or coffee. It's this idea that a place leaves its unique fingerprint on whatever grows there, and boy, is that true here. First, you've got this deep black cotton soil. It can go down 50 feet. It acts like a giant sponge, just soaking up all that monsoon rain. Then, the jowar is planted after the monsoon is over, so it has to grow using only that stored-up moisture. And here's the wild part. As the soil dries out, the plant gets a little stressed, but in a good way. It starts producing more glucose, which is what gives the final grain its signature sweet taste. It's literally sweetness born from struggle. Incredible, right?
So, when you have a product this unique, this special, what happens? Well, you guessed it. Imitations start popping up. And this led to a really critical moment in the jowar story, the fight to protect its name and its heritage. And the solution they found was something called a geographical indication, or a GI tag. So what is that? Think of it like a legal guarantee. It's a stamp of approval that says a product, like champagne from France or Darjeeling tea from India, gets its special qualities directly from where it's grown. It is the ultimate seal of authenticity. And here it is. This is the proof. On the left, that's the official logo you'll now see on every authentic bag of Mangalwedha Jowar. And on the right, that's the official government certificate. This was awarded back in 2016, and it was a huge deal. It made this the very first jowar from Maharashtra to get this kind of honor, a massive win for the local farmers. And the impact? It's been profound. This tag isn't just some sticker on a bag, it's a shield. It gives these farmers real legal power. It protects them from all the fakes out there, and it makes sure that when you buy Mangalwedha Jowar, you're getting the genuine article, the one with a real story and a real place attached.
But this grain is so much more than just a product to be sold. It's woven into the very fabric of the community's daily life and its most joyful celebrations.
So yeah, the soft bhakri is what it's famous for, but wow, this jowar is incredibly versatile. They use it to make these savory pancakes called talipit, or hearty, comforting meals like upma. And then, there's this really special seasonal treat called hurda. And this brings us to this absolutely beautiful tradition, the hurda party. So picture this. In the winter, just before the main harvest, families and friends all get together out in the fields. They roast the young, tender green jowar grains right over hot coals and eat them on the spot. It's just this pure celebration of the land, of community, and of the food that brings them all together.
And on top of all that, the taste, the culture, Mangalwedha Jowar is also a nutritional powerhouse. For starters, it's naturally gluten-free. It's packed with protein and fiber, and it has a low glycemic index, which is great for managing blood sugar.
But here's a detail I just love because it shows how nothing goes to waste. Even the stalks are valuable. They're prized as fodder for cattle, and they're known to help produce milk with a higher fat content. See, every single part of the plant has a purpose.
So as we start to wrap up this story, we're left with this really powerful idea, right, about what it actually means to preserve something so special.
Mangalwedha Jowar isn't just a crop. It's what you'd call a biocultural legacy. Its unique sweetness? That's a gift, straight from that deep black soil. And its incredible softness? Well, that comes from hundreds of years of careful work by generations of farmers. It's nature and culture, hand in hand, in perfect harmony.
And that really leaves us with a final question to think about. In our world today, where so much of our food is standardized and comes from anywhere and everywhere, how do we protect the unique taste of a place? Well, the story of Mangalwedha Jowar, it gives us one pretty powerful answer.